Hey everyone, this is Patrick and it is time for another edition of Heavy Therapy. As you can see in the title, this is a collection update dedicated to death metal albums that came out in the 1990s. Pretty excited about these pickups, and I am going to go in chronological order from when they were released. So first to last, let's begin. First up is this little gem here. This is Disastrous Murmur with Rhapsodies in Red. Disastrous Murmur, they are currently still active. They've been around since 1988, and this is their debut full-length album. 10 tracks, almost 35 minutes of music. Re-released by Osmose Productions, and I actually picked mine up from Aaron the Metal Theologian. Back in, I think, January of this year, he had a sale and picked this up from him. Gnarly, killer cover art there. Let me see if I can get you a credit on the cover art. Yeah, cover art is by Ralph Manfreda. He's also did some art for Belphegor and Pungent Stench, which I will mention in a second, as far as what this band reminds me of. So yeah, this is 1992, right? So musically this is thrashy, chuggy death metal, some grind influence as well. Some of the parts that I'm calling thrashy, if this came out now, might be considered hardcore influence, which is just interesting based on how we hear sounds and so forth. But vocally kind of early Chuck Schuldiner of Death, mixed with Pungent Stench. But yeah, thrashy, Demolition Hammer as well comes to mind. Thrashy death metal, maybe Deicide a little bit, at least in the speed. You can tell that they were listening to all the bands that were out around the time, but just really cool pickup. Again, an easy listen, 35 minutes. Last two songs on the album are quite strong. Desecrating the Grave and Drowned in Blood. Yeah, recommend checking this out. Can't find it on Spotify. You can find it on YouTube and Bandcamp. And it also came with lyrics, logo, and there are the band members at the time. 3-piece, very cool logo. Here is the variant. It is like this kind of cloudy, translucent variant. Pretty cool. Next up is a band called Graveside. This is some Russian death metal. The album's called Sinful Accession. Came out in 1993. 10 tracks, 35 minutes of music. Hear a lot of Deicide influence here. Really cool. Obituary as well. Very cool guitar riff style. You can even hear a little bit of Immolation in it, but just a way different guitar tone. The guitar tone sounds more, it's probably not down-tuned at all, but it has it kind of, it lets the riffs sort of just stand out on their own. This was recently reissued by Nuclear War Now. It is their Eastern Bloc Obscurities section. So yeah, this band would have been toiling somewhere along in the Soviet Union, in the sort of the tail end of the Soviet Union. So pretty cool pickup here. Let me also point out that the cover art is by Dmitry Samborsky, and he hasn't done too much work, but yeah, really cool. It kind of reminds me of early Incantation cover art, but a lot of detail to pick up on. Definitely an illustration, which is really cool. It came with a lyric sheet, band photo, lyric sheet, and it came with a poster of the I believe album art. Yep. Take a look at it. And let's see, it's just a black vinyl. Cool listen. Every time I listen to it, I like it more and more. Besides the single in 2002, this was their only output, their only official output. Graveside, death metal from Russia. Check out that. Pickup. Nuclear War Now probably still has some copies. Up next, part of that same series, this is Nuclear War Now, reissue, Phantasm, Keeper of Death. Also came out in 1993. 8 tracks, 39 minutes and 24 seconds of music. More Russian death metal. Again, think about early Death. Think about some of the punk thrashy crossover stuff. Think about Morbid Angel. Phantasm. And just because I've been doing it consistently. So cover art is by Lena Sokolova and also Kirill Galikov. I think there's a interview probably in here that I read where you see how there's kind of like that No Future Upside Down Anarchy logo. It was like the artist came from the punk world, and again, you can kind of see it. So yeah, it comes with a cool collage of photos. There it looks like the original cassette tape. Yeah, and then there's an interview here with at least one of the band members. They were listening to at the time Voivod, Celtic Frost, King Diamond, Morbid Angel, Pestilence, Death, So yeah, it makes sense. Just really sounds straight out of when it came out in 1993. Phantasm. They basically just had this release as well, a full-length album in 1993, and they have split up. There you go. Let me also show you the variant I received. It also came with the poster of the album. Cool, I really like their logo. I really like the cover art. Here is the variant. It is translucent with some basically red, black, white splatter. And just a killer release to have in my collection. Up next, really excited about these. Great quality here of the reissues. This is Immolation's second full-length album, Here and After. It came out in 1996. 8 tracks, 37 minutes, and 16 seconds of music. This is the 2017 Metal Blade Records reissue. Very matte, very nice cardboard construction here. Very nice print of the album art. There's the band, which at the time was Ross, Thomas, Bob, and Craig on drums. One of my favorite Immolation records for sure. Love the guitar tone, love the production, love that they're still using their original logo. And this came with, as you would hope and expect, some Here and After liner notes. Pretty cool. They just discuss what they were doing around the time, and then some lyrics. And it was a black vinyl, 180 gram black vinyl, specially mastered for vinyl. It does sound like that. Always love the sleeves when Metal Blade goes all out. So yeah, just let me talk about some songs. So if you don't know what Immolation sounds like, I mean, at this point they sound like their own. They just sound like Immolation, but really heavy, dense, Gorguts, almost Gorguts style, at least early Gorguts style death metal. Dissonant, brutal but not brutal death metal as we come to understand it. Yeah, I just really love all these songs. Christ Cage to end the album was a fantastic choice. Heavy, chuggy, technical, dissonant death metal. While we're at it, I couldn't resist. Also picked up the third full-length album by Immolation. Immolation Failures for Gods came out in 1999. 8 tracks, 40 minutes of music. By the way, the cover artist for both of these is Andreas Marshall. Gotta love these early covers right here. Don't like this as much as Here and After, but a good release. Just heavy. The production values aren't as strong on this. And they're also using just font instead of logo. That back is sort of actually reminiscent of sort of, again, what came after this realm of failure here. It came with lyrics, photos, liner notes, cool stuff. And it also came with a poster. I will show you that. And it's two-sided, and it's basically... actually, I made a mistake. I mean, it is two-sided, but I haven't looked at this yet. So, that's the full cover. And then that. So just really cool. I believe what I was thinking of, what I was getting ready to talk about, was the poster in Here and After. So yes, there's also a poster in Here and After, and it is two-sided. And what I was going to say was, so one side of it is the cover art, as is, with the band logo and the title of the album, and the back is just it without it, which is always a cool choice too. Cool stuff. Maybe my favorite death metal band of all time, Immolation. Show you one more time. Picked up Failures for Gods. Immolation's 1999 third LP. Love that this sleeve is their old style. Metal Blade Records old logo. And it actually has the original logo there. They recently brought back their original logo and all as well. Those are my pickups from the 1990s. Happy to have them in my collection. What do you think about these albums? What are your favorite Immolation albums? What other maybe hidden gems from the 1990s should you bring to my attention? You all kick ass. Thanks for watching. Talk to you all in the comment section. See you very soon as always. And remember to stay heavy. Bye.